And I'm back again with another episode. And now I'm filming. So I'm filming this episode. I want to welcome you to the Omar's Place podcast right now. So, right, check it out. So there's a lot of things that happened this week, and there's a lot of questions I have. First, I just want to go ahead and say, if you're watching this episode on YouTube, I really appreciate you. I'm just keep doing this. It's pretty fun for me. It's like a little outlet or whatever. So it's fun. Now, I want to get started with today is the 1 year anniversary for Prohibition Comedy, right? Now, Prohibition Comedy is a show that I was a part of where it was a bar show. We would make shows and you know, people would come out and, it was just cool because it was like just four niggas. We didn't really even know each other like that. We did not know each other whatsoever. We just knew each other from the mics, from the Eastville mics. So this is like in the pandemic. So pretty much we was hitting the mics every single day, like nonstop, Monday through Sunday mics, and then everybody pretty much got to know each other. Like people that you would never meet in real life, you just got to meet them, and it was just we were in a trance. Like we had to wear masks, we had to use mic condoms, but it was just the same group of like 20 people who go to Eastville at 5 and 7, I believe, the Laughing Buddha mic every single day, $5 a mic every single day, every single day, every single day. Same people. I can name people off the top of my head, like off the top of my head. Like it was like a little classroom, like a little crazy pandemic classroom, you know. So that's where I met Matt McCoy. I met him. He was the host of the mics. He was just the host. I haven't been looking at the camera. So he was the host, and I think I met Kevin as Kevin McLaurin. I met Kevin McLaurin at the bar or something. I think he was like a huge fan of me or something like that. And then, just from the mics or whatever, he's propping me up. And then, I like that. So we became friends, I guess. Yeah. So it was him. So those two, Matt and Kevin, and I met Zuri because Zuri was like the only other black nigga in the whole shit. I mean, we had like a few other, like two or three others, but I mean, I don't know if I fuck with Zuri. That was my nigga. So we was talking, and then I guess we was in a group chat called the Buddha Brothers, like some weird shit like that. It was really cool. I think we filmed a video and then we made the show. We made a show, and it was like a successful show. Like we did like a whole shitload of shows. Had tons of people on the show. It was so much fun. We have it at this, we have it Tuesdays. Not we, but the show is Tuesdays at Factory 380. It's like a little bar in Murray Hill, I believe, or some shit like that. I don't know. But yeah, super cool, super cool. So it's a year anniversary of that. I'm not a part of Prohibition anymore. Right now, I left because I got kicked out by the vicious leader, Matt McCoy. Not fucking around. I left. I left. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it anymore, and I was getting into like problems with the bar or whatever. Like the venue, I was getting into problems with them, with me not paying my bill and shit. Like, sometimes I forget. I be forgetting. That's just one thing that I do. I will walk out on a tab. Like I do not remember to pay unless it's like right in my face. It's bad. It's pretty bad. But yeah, like that's what I was doing. Like I would leave, and then like there would be like once or twice where like I'll walk out and I'll be like 3 blocks down, and then I'll be like fuck, and then I'll just be like, nah, bro, I ain't about to walk back. There was like some of those, and then there were like others where I would literally just get home and then get a text from Matt. He was like, yo, you forgot to pay your bill. I'll be like, fuck. Like, fuck. I used to be like, fuck. But I always do, like, if I get a few Guinnesses in me, I will forget to pay that bill. I really will forget to pay that shit. You know. So yeah, so I was getting into problems with that at the venue. Um yeah, and it just was feeling weird, like everything was just wasn't feeling right for me, after that whole situation with the venue. And then so I pretty much just left. Um and then went on to, like, I just started interning at Broadway as I just left, which they offered me like a little thing where I could go work with them, and I denied it because I had this show on Tuesday. So I, I went back. And then then I started working at Broadway, like right after, like a week after, literally. Um, yeah, but it was fun. We even went to DC. We had a show in DC. It was fucking great. The first time I ever went anywhere was with Prohibition Comedy. It was DC. We went to no, we didn't go to DC. We went to Chantilly, Virginia. Had an Airbnb. I didn't make any money over that or anything like that, but it was just a trip. Everything was lit. I mean, we had fun. We did a show for the veterans. Yeah, Prohibition is a donation based show. Um, but yeah, so it was fun. It was a fun time. Spent the night over there. I got a clip from that show that I could post right now. I have to probably gonna start editing it tonight as soon as I start filming this. You know, yeah. So DC that was so much fun. The drive back was fun. Good vibes all the way, all the way. Fun times, just fun times. And then that was the first time, right, that I went into a place and then they said this is the comics table. I sat down on the table and then pretty much they said everything is comped. Like the whole menu was comped. What? You know how hype I was? I've never had that before. So, but what I do is I don't like to eat before I go on, like before I go up. So what I did was I ordered like two Guinnesses to get me right, and then I had I was waiting to go up on stage, and I'm like, fuck, okay. As soon as I get off stage, I'm gonna order some ribs, you know. And then I went, and as soon as I went to go order the ribs, the guy was like, "Oh, the cutoff time was like 10 minutes ago. I don't know if you have to pay or not." Yada yada yada. So I didn't even get to take advantage of the free food from that um, venue in Chantilly, Virginia. I didn't get to take advantage of that at all. I just paid for the ribs, but the offer was nice, because if you do in stand up, you don't really get offered nothing, like at all. Niggas don't give you nothing. So I was just along for the ride. I was just along for the ride, and it was fun. I no complaints about that show. Oh shit, parched. But yeah, so that was fun. This is the 1 year anniversary. Posted a picture on the Prohibition Instagram page. Not my best group picture. I feel like we had definitely had better pictures that you could have posted of me than that one right there. I look real weird right there, you know. But see, the thing about Prohibition was great was because every show we had a photographer, right? But there would be times when I wouldn't know whether there would be a photographer or not. So I would have to get a haircut knowing on which photographer's there, because it's like different photographers. Like certain niggas could take a picture of me with a haircut, and my shit will be still, I mean, without a haircut, and my shit will still be like looking good. And there's niggas that take pictures, and if you don't have a haircut, the picture's gonna come out bad. So I would plan who to get the haircut for depending on who's coming. And I feel like that picture that was posted on the Instagram page to show everybody that it's our 1 year anniversary was one of those days where I didn't really get the cut because I didn't know the nigga was gonna come, and I low key had more hair in that shit. You know, I'm going through a haircut problem right now. I'm gonna get to that later on, but yeah. So yeah, the 1 year anniversary, we're gone. So I'm no longer a part of it. And Zuri is also no longer a part of it. So it's just Matt and Kev now. Um, they're running it together. And they're doing their thing, and they're still putting out shows like 2-3 shows a week. I don't even know how they do it. I did that monthly show and I was stressed the fuck out. I did that one monthly show that I talked about last cast. That shit was stressing me out. I can't even imagine doing 2 or 3 in a week at all. That's not gonna happen. Would never happen. I could not do it. Could not do it. Um, but yeah, so just Matt and Kev and Zuri. Last I heard of Zuri, yeah, this is what I want to talk about. Where is this guy? Like, this dude is a myth and a legend. Like last I heard is he was moving, right? So then I was like, all right. And I just never heard from the nigga again. Like, it was like I never heard from the nigga again. And so I'll hit him up here and there, and like we'll have conversation, like not a conversation, but it will be like a hey, what's up, yo, and then it'll stop right there. I'm like, oh, but like where is he at though? Like, it's kind of weird. Like, I don't want to ask the nigga where he's at, cause it ain't none of my business. But I hit the nigga up. It'll just be like, hey, what's up? Oh, chilling, bro, chilling. None, you, and it'll just stay right there. You don't even get the chance to ask, which is crazy. So yeah, that's a mystery right there. So if anybody can help me figure that one out, that's fine. I might name this episode where Zuri, like, I mean, if y'all heard from the nigga, just like, or seen him around. Like, oh, last time I seen him, sorry, I misspoke. Last time I seen him, I hit him up and we did a show. We did Chris Brown's show in Harlem. Also, my first time ever doing a show that far uptown, by the way. And it was at a gay bar. And the last time I saw him, we was smoking outside. We did the show. And after the show, we just hung back, and then like the owner of the bar or whatever, he just kept giving us like free beers or whatever. And then I think we took the train back to Brooklyn. Then that's the last time I saw him. That was at that show. So after that, I don't know what's up, but it was a fun show. I mean, he seemed like he was chilling. Everything was cool. So a lot happened this week. A lot happened this week. Right now, so basically, where do I start? Oh, this is good news right here. Listen, so I called out of the Friday show. So basically, I couldn't do my Friday shows that I do on Broadway, right? So I have to come in on the next day. I come in on Saturday, right? I come in on Saturday. And I'm doing like an industry room show. Which is great. Like, those are great. It's great vibes. And for those who don't know, the industry room is where people who want to audition for a residency to the club, they come in and they watch. I mean, they perform in front of their own people, and it's usually a packed show. It's a great show that gets put on for the people, right, and the comedians. Now, I'm on it, right? And I didn't know up until like the last second that I was going up last. I thought I was usually going to take the check spot, but not today. No check spot. There was technically no check spot really, because there were so many people there, and it was like people were ordering at different times. So pretty much everybody was getting checks throughout their set, like 1 or 2 here and there. So it's pretty much fair. So I'm last. Like, I'm last. I'm dead last. So I'm like, oh, hype. First off, I'm hype because I like that. Definitely like that. I'm a fan of that. And I'm like, I'm closing out the show. Like, it's just a good feeling to know that you're closing out the show. You gotta send them home, right? So, boom. I find out that I'm going last, like 5 comics before me, and I'm not gonna lie, like, the 4 people right before me bombed so fucking bad. Like, it was like, I mean, of course they're probably like fresh, just starting, but at the same time, like, they were bombing like so bad, like back to back to back, like no laughter whatsoever, right? And I'm just ignoring it because at this moment I'm like, oh shit, like, this is gonna be like rough for me because I don't know if I could like whatever. But so anyway, like I'm just ignoring it. I'm like whatever. I'm just gonna do my set, and if they don't like my set, it's whatever. I don't know if they tired. They didn't have fucking 50 comics before me, so I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna do this shit. I'm gonna do it how I usually do it. I'm gonna try out this new tag, and then I'm gonna just go with it. So I start going in, like I just start snapping. I just start rolling it off. Boom, 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 boom. Hitting him. I'm hitting him. I'm hitting him. I'm hitting him. Things are going good. Like I'm doing good. Like I'm doing really, really, really good. Like, and I'm probably extra shining because the four niggas before me just bombed. So now I'm feeling it. Like I have momentum, and it just fucking with everything I say. And it's feeling like I'm just rolling them off. And the confidence is up. The confidence is I'm start doing shit that I don't usually even do, like spinning around and making like certain facial expressions to like get little laughters here and there, And so they fucking with me, right? I'm happy. I'm happy with my set, Super happy with my set. Hop off stage, and I just do my regular little thing, just help around. As soon as I'm done, I get off stage, I get my gloves and I start helping. Now, can I spin it back real quick? The girl that, so I'm sitting people in their seats, right? And there was a girl that didn't like that I sat her in the front. And she was like, "Are you sure I can't sit in the back yet?" And I was like, "No, you have to sit there." And then she went to go talk to somebody else, and then of course they moved her. So it's whatever. Like I ain't trying to argue. Like just sit in the back if you want to. Scaredy cat, scared ass person. But anyway, so they sit her in the back. So she didn't have a whole argument. So I already know, like in that situation, when I'm seating somebody and they don't like they seat, and I tell them that they have to sit there, I know that they ain't gonna fuck with me when I get on stage. Or that's at least what's in my head. Or what's in my head is like that I'm just gonna try to make them fuck with me by trying to really hard to be funny after I done had met all these fucking people that are sitting down watching me right now. Niggas probably thought I was a security guard on some racist shit. It would be the first time. Don't go ice skating in Prospect Park. They'll ask you if you work there. Okay. But anyway, yeah, where was I at? Yeah, so I sat her, so she sat in the back or whatever. So after I then got done killing, it was good. It was a good show. I don't know. I don't really remember it's her, but I'm just wiping shit down, busting tables or whatever. And she talks. She like gets up and she's like, "Hey, you were so funny. You were like the funniest one." I was like, "Oh shit, thank you so much. That's gonna feel good later. I'm gonna think about that for sure. That's great. That's really good, especially since I used my new tag. That was really a great compliment for me to have at that moment." So, but yeah, so she's like, "Yeah, you were great, yada yada." But then she goes, "I work for I didn't really catch it at the time, but I also don't want to say the name of it." So she was like, "I work for yada 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 talent, and I'm a talent scout, and you were so comfortable up there. Like, have you ever acted before?" I was like, "Well, I did like 2 improv classes." She was like, "Oh wow, you seem so comfortable up there." I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Yeah, would you be interested in like, maybe doing auditions for us? Like, do you have a manager or an agent?" Like, she's talking this fast. Like, she's like, "Do you have any type of representation or agent or manager or something like that?" I don't got shit. I don't got nothing. I don't got nothing. I don't got nothing at all. Nothing at all. She was like, "Yeah, like you'd be great. I think like would you be down to like maybe do like a little commercial in Boston for like $1,000 or $1,000? I'll do 1,000 commercials in Boston for $1,000. Yes, yes, right." So she's like, "Hey, yeah." So she's talking and walking like she's up in my, like I ain't gonna lie, shorty's like 5'1", like pierced eyes into me, and I'm looking at her, but I'm like, "All right, you kind of close, but let's work. Let's do something. I don't know. Like let's work. Let's do something." So I'm wiping the tables down. waving the tables down, waving the tables down. She's like, I walk and talk, I walk and talk. Like she's really a business lady or whatever. I ain't gonna lie, the coat was long as fuck. She had a long coat on. You know, the shit was like low key scraping the floor, like type shit, like long purple coat, from what I remember. Very nice girl though, very nice girl. But yeah, she writing the shit. So boom, I'm I'm like I'm ready to sign right now. Like nigga, I ain't making money in the first place. So whatever you could bring to me, nigga, I'm about to sign this shit right now. But like, of course, that wouldn't be smart, you know. And like, I've been looking up YouTube videos. There ain't too many YouTube videos about niggas that are comedians and like find managers and like how do you like what would you negotiate, like how long should the contract be, like what am I gonna be on, like what are my restrictions, like what do I like, who's paying for travel. So that whole thing in and of itself is like there was nobody I could look to on YouTube. So pretty much I sent her my headshots. I ain't gonna lie, wasn't really headshots. Them shits was definitely just pictures, very clear pictures from Prohibition Comedy, right? So I sent those in. I sent in my resume. I don't know if she. All right, so I might have fucked up because I sent her my resume, like my work resume. I don't know if she went on like a comedian resume or I don't really know or whatever, but they got it. I sent her like three of my reels, three headshots, three pictures, and my phone number. And she was like, "Yeah, we're gonna get the contract drawn up or whatever, and then we're gonna send it to you. How do they say they're gonna email me the contract tomorrow, and so I could look over it, right? So, bet I send in my stuff, and now I'm just waiting for the contract email to come back. Low-key kind of nervous. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of nervous because I don't really know what I'm doing at all right now. I really have no clue what I am doing. And it's just weird that it's just a weird situation where a talent scout came out to a comedy club, saw me, and then took my email down and is now emailing me about a contract. I have literally no clue what to do in this situation. Like, I've never dealt with anything like this, and I don't know who to ask really. But I just want to see the contract. I just want to see the contract, and then like it's cool that somebody saw something in me and that they want to sign me. But this shit like could literally be a scam. Like I have no clue about these people. I mean, I did my Google stalker search shit, and everything looks legit. Like it's an actual place. It's been open for 12 years. Um, I think the girl that recruited me was in some type of film, and like I was on her IMDb, and then I found a few pictures of her on Google, and then her pictures also correlate to the company, the talent agency that she works for. When you Google search, so it's a real person and it's a real place, and they have a real Instagram with like people who are like getting work, which is cool. So it is definitely real. So I'm really interested in what to do in this situation. I'm probably gonna like take a few days before I even sign anything, and just read it over and make sure I'm making like the right decision. I'm really like a year and a half into comedy. Like I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of weird. So if like I don't know if I'm in because I've been in comedy for a year. Is this too early for me to be even looking at a manager or an agency, or is this the right decision for me at the time and experience that I have right now to get a manager? And it's like I should be grateful and I should definitely go for it, and it's gonna like do good for me. That's the question I'm asking myself. Like, is this good for me right now? It's another thing to put on the plate, but is this good for me right now? And honestly, to be honest with you, I can't tell whether um I can't tell whether it's bad or not. I don't know what could be bad about this. I mean, if I'm doing a commercial in Boston for $1,000, you know, that's $1,000. Like for a little commercial, whatever the work is, it ain't gonna be as strenuous as what I be doing on the regular. You know, so let's see. I'm gonna have a few friends look over the contract before I even sign anything. But for the most part, the niggas gotta be offering jail time for me not to take it. Like I need something. Like I need bread. I need. So, them niggas gotta be wanting my firstborn child for me to not sign. I just want some type of leg up, like a commercial, Law and Order. Put a nigga on Law and Order. That would be fire. How would that be on Law and Order? That would be super fire. There's nothing wrong with Law and Order, bro. But yeah, like I don't know. I'm excited for to find out, and I wonder what's gonna happen after I do sign. Like, what? Like, do they tell me what to do, or do I have to meet up with people? Like, this is cool. Like, it's just really cool that this was proposed. Even proposed is like kind of flattering, which is pretty cool. Son, I feel like I speak English so bad. Like this. Oh my god. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm waiting on the contract, and then I'm gonna update y'all on the next podcast about this talent agent lady and the contract. And I think it should make for some good content. I think it should really make for some good content. Jeez. So yeah. Now I know when niggas is wondering like why your haircut looks like this. So what I did right before the show, I got a haircut, right? But my barber, he got a schedule like a dentist. Like the nigga don't work from Monday to this to that. Like the nigga's only there for like a 3 hour window once a month, and he's like a coin flip. It's like so. Basically, the nigga's unhaircuttable. Like he can't always be there. Now I go try to pop up on him. Maybe he could like catch me. Like he's like just about to walk out, and then he's like, "Oh, can you take me one last?" And then he'll do it, and I have a good haircut. Bam. I walk down to the barbershop around the block from my crib. The shit is closed. I was like, oh fuck. So I know there's another Dominican barbershop around the corner. That shit's closed. So I go up past my crib on the other side. I see if there's another barbershop. There is. There's a barbershop there. Right? Now, red flag. I walk in there and the lady, the nigga in the front, he's cutting hair, right? I know he could cut hair. I know he's nice. I could just tell he's nice off the rip. Old Dominican, some type of Mexican type nigga, right? So I'm like, yeah, is anybody available? I look in the back, I see two ladies, but like in the Bronx, like you never really see ladies cutting hair like that. They will really be in the back of the barber shop, like washing a girl's hair or something like that. They wouldn't be like the hair cutters. So, but I'm in a time crunch because we got to go to the show, and I ain't trying to go there looking like rough, right? So I'm like, fuck it, like she can't be that bad. Let's give her a try. Lo and behold, fuck my shit up. Like I got two different haircuts on two different sides. Like I'm really embarrassed. I really gave her a chance and she fucked my hair up, and it low key makes me depressed. Like I can't even think about it. Like see, now that I'm recording, niggas can see, like you see, all right, so now look at this side, right? Now look at how it look. Like first of all, my shit's receding too. Fucking up. And I look at this side. It's two different haircuts I got. I got two different haircuts on one head. I'm stressed out. I'm stressed out. Now in the situation where you get a bad haircut, I'm not one of those people that's gonna be like, "Oh fuck no, fuck this. I'm not paying for this." I'm not gonna argue. I ain't gonna lie. When it comes to shit like that, like if a barber could be fucking my shit up right in my face, and I will not say nothing. I would just go home and be mad about it because I don't want to be rude. I don't know. That's just me. I don't want to be rude, so I walk out. Like I'll talk shit after, but like in the shop itself, I'm not gonna say nothing. He probably just fucked my whole shit up. I can't go outside. I'm wearing a hat after I just got my hair cut. That's crazy, right? Yeah. So, lady fucked my shit up. Nah, she fucked my shit up. Like I could have did better than that. Like I really wanted to just take the razor out of her hand and just do it myself. I didn't need the tools. That's all, cause she was so scared of fucking my shit up that she fucked my shit up. How you so scared that you fuck my shit up? You being so careful and you're still messing it up. Like she was afraid. So I don't know what they say because I got like baby hairs and then I got my real receding hairline. So sometimes barbers try to shape up the baby hairs because they don't already want to recede more of my hairline back. In which case, it's like, yo, sometimes you gotta take it back to bring us forward in life. So like only like professional Dominican niggas will take my shit back and it'll still look clean because they did the lineup so straight. You know. I'm sorry, this is stressing me out. Just the thought of my hair. I forgot where I was even at. Oh yeah, so she's asking me, oh, do you want to cut the baby hair or the hairline? I tell her like, yo, I honestly like I want you to cut past my hairline and make it straight, but I don't trust you, so I want you to cut halfway through the baby hair. Mind you, I'm talking to this lady. She does not speak English at all, like at all. Like she don't speak not one lick of English. Like I don't know. Like let's say if I was in a place where niggas only spoke Spanish, right, and I'm the barber, right? I feel like you kind of gotta have some sort of idea of a word like yes or no. I feel like it was she didn't have nothing. She had no idea at all. So I'm translating to the lady next to her, which it looks like her younger sister. So I'm getting my hair cut by the lady. The younger sister's translating what I'm saying, and I just look at the back of my shit like, oh my god, my shit was like rounded. I'm like, what do you talk? It was so bad. Like it was so bad that I really didn't want to pay, but what I did was I didn't tip. Like when I walked out of there, I was like upset. And then I did the show like that. Like I did the show like that while I was uncomfortable with my body at the moment, and that's a fact, and that's really crazy. But yeah, so that happened. That's a bad haircut. We got that deal. The 1 year prohibition. Um, Also, yeah, I want to talk about this now. I've been having problems at work. Yeah. So I got written up for basically not communicating to my manager what I need. And then basically doing things on my own without contacting her. Right. Now, it was a write up. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to change. Now I'm including her on everything. Like I'm every little thing that happens on the job. I'm including her in. Or I might have her do something for me just to keep her in the loop of me. To let her know that I'm trying to learn from the write up. Like I don't know what to not tell her. I don't know what to tell her. So basically, I'm just whenever I need a hand or I have like a little problem with a little client, I'll send it right to her. Right, and I guess she now got tired of that and gonna talk about some. I asked her to do it, and then she gonna come back with the oh, I need to teach you a lesson on how to be self sufficient. And I just lost all my bearing, which I got to work on. You know, I lost all my bearing, and I dead told her, like, yo, I'm dead gonna shoot myself. She was like, what? Why? What are you talking about? I was like, no, I'm gonna shoot myself because you just told me that you want me to be self sufficient. When I just got written up for doing things on my own without supervision, which is literally like the definition of being self sufficient. You want to give me a lesson on being self sufficient after I just got a fucking write up for being self sufficient. I mean, it just blew my mind, the stupidity of it. So I lost my cool, but I wasn't saying anything reckless, but I did definitely lose my cool. And then, I spoke to a few coworkers of mine, and they told me, they were like, "Hey, this is just a job." Because I was upset. He's like, "This is just a job. What you gotta do is get by. Just get by. You're doing a comedy thing on the thing on the flip. So we just need you to, you just need this job for now until you make some money to get out of here. But you gotta keep your job. Just fly under the radar. Just fly under the radar. Don't worry about nobody. Just do what you told, and then just use this until you find something better." And I was like, you know what? He's right. Why am I going so hard to try to be the best when in all actuality, like, only thing that means something to me right now is my comedy. Why am I trying to flex like all these different accomplishments at work? I really, what's the point of that? What's the point of that? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do a little bit above the bare minimum, just to get by. Um, yeah, and I feel like it'll work. I feel like it'll work out, and I'll just start coasting again and just being normal, and then not be stressed out at work and just worry about comedy. Just worry about the comedy. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on right now. With that, I don't want to give any more into that because that was really kind of stressed me out a little bit. But at the same time, if I would have been stressed out and also having like a bad headache that day, to call it, I had a migraine from that. If I hadn't called out from that day for having that headache from work, I would have never got off this Saturday, and then I would have never been there on Saturday to see the talent scout. And if I would have never seen the talent scout, I then would have never got an offer for the contract. Even though I don't know if this is real, I don't know if this is gonna get me anywhere. I don't know if this is even like a scam or not. But it's something. It's something out of the blue, and I'm pretty interested and excited to see what goes on with that. And just open up that chapter. It's gotta be a fun chapter. Like, that's gotta be fun. I'm really excited to come back next cast and tell you guys what happens to the contract, and if I signed or if I didn't sign, or if maybe I'm holding off, or maybe I'm renegotiating or some shit. I'm excited to get the contract. This is my first time getting the contract for anything, really. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the feeling. I'm gonna end it here, and if anybody's listening to this all the way to this part of the podcast, I really appreciate you. That's lit. This is gonna be up as soon as I record it. So episode 4, we're gonna close it out. Thank you.